Welcome back, everybody. Episode 10, Three Dudes Podcast. That's Easton. It's Liam. I'm Broden. Episode 10.
And we host the show.
Yeah, we do. Because we're the ones that talk.
Yep. No other people yet.
No. Yeah. But
we did have a couple people come up to us this weekend and say, let me be on your podcast.
Yeah.
I've had
It's coming. It's coming. We're planning some guests. We got to just make sure we find episode topics that they can actually talk about.
Yeah. It's a mystery topic because I still don't know what it is.
Where are we gonna put the guests when they come on? You're gonna have to scoot one. You're gonna have to scoot one way, and then we have them sit on your lap.
Sit on my lap.
You just sit on, or they have to like stand in the back.
I think we should.
I think
we should put them right between me and Liam.
I think so too.
That way we could just get after.
And we don't even scoot Liam more my way. No. We just put him right there.
I'd even scoot closer.
Good, yeah. You all have to fit on one.
Yeah, you could slide your legs over and just get right. Oh yeah.
You put your legs over them, like you're a baby.
Get real comfortable with it.
You're wearing a diaper.
No.
Okay, that's
not for a while. Let's give it some time.
The toddlers episode.
Toddlers episode. We're all in diapers. All the baby rattles.
We're all shirtless, baby rattles, and diapers.
Sure.
Pacifiers. We can't even talk.
I don't know.
Sipping rum and cokes out of baby bottles.
Yeah. We might have touched on the toddler topic enough. And that, I think, what was that, our first or second episode? Where were we talking about OBGYN?
Oh, yeah. That was the first episode. Yeah. We'll get back to it. Episode 100, the celebratory toddler episode. As always, we're going to get right into some comments. Not a ton of comments, but we had another TikTok kind of blow up. So we got a couple of funny comments from that. Dylan Latvis says, and I have a question for you about this comment because I Googled it. I couldn't figure out what it was. But Dylan Latvis says, the butterfly in the wind is twice the animal on the ground.
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
I'm confused about that just as much as you are.
That makes sense.
I asked him, I said, where did you get that? Where'd you find that? And he said, I just thought of it and said it, commented it, typed it. He's like, he started moving the thumbs. Hit the letters, boom. Next thing you know, it's on this piece of paper.
Was he on like a spirit quest or something?
I don't know. I think he typed it and then he's like, I got to find a definition for this after I say it. But he started out with nothing. And I kind of like it. Like it would be a good like idiom. I think
you could get it tattooed on you if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Down my spine.
I think I was standing right next to him when he did it. I'm pretty sure. I think we were out golfing. We were out golfing or we were at the house and he goes, I'm just going to start commenting some outrageous shit on your guys' posts.
He's like, I got to comment this.
Go ahead. And it popped up on my phone and I'm like, cool. All right.
Turn to your left. What does this mean, Dylan?
Sounds like something Confucius would tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. So I was like, if I Google this, I'll find the origin or the definition or whatever.
He was just hitting the suggestion up on his keyboard.
Yeah, pop. And he's like, oh, I actually put together a coherent sentence. But yeah, not sure what that means. If anyone has a definition we could throw it on, that'd be awesome. Jugs_YT. Jugs YouTube, I think. Jugs. This is in reference to the Yoda.
I got a story for you later.
This is the, let's make sure we're talking that mic. I know we had a couple extra days off, but it's just, yeah, I know. It's just a little far.
I didn't want that to be in the mic because I looked at Broden and said, I got a story for you later.
Everything
that wasn't going to be on the pod.
Everything's on the pod, man. This is all documented. It's got to be on here.
This might not be safe. I can already tell.
This comment?
No, this
story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We're not telling it though.
That's exactly why he said later.
It's really funny.
Jugs_YT says, who's scooting furniture around? So we're talking about Goose, our producer, his new nickname.
From Top Gun.
From Liam's Yoda impression, which got a lot of love on the internet last week.
As it should have.
It should have. It was funny. I was dead. But if you guys haven't seen that clip, Goose is just howling back there behind the camera.
Goose is howling.
Goose is goosing. What? Yeah. What do gooses do?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
That's good. Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
Did you comment that on the show?
No, he didn't. Fucking Pat said that all the time.
That's a very widely used saying.
Yeah. You never heard that?
Who's Pat?
Oh, wait. Oh, you didn't know that?
No. I thought you were some type of wordsmith.
That's
there
crazy.
For a second.
No.
Again, I'm the fucking god at catching these bugs on the show.
There's another one right there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. There it is right there.
It's that real ass fake plant. They're loving it.
Jason Bennett says, History started when written word started. So I assume this is in relation to us deciding when did history start when we were talking about domesticating wolves.
And then he also enlightened me saying that it was prehistory because he saw that I struggled trying to get that out of my brain.
So prehistory is before the written word.
Yeah.
So really history started with pencils.
Yeah. Pencils. Maybe
I don't know.
like a rock and another rock, and they were just scraping some stuff. But
I guess that would count as the written word. Carving.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Hieroglyphics, stones,
I suppose feathers were before.
the Rosetta Stone,
yeah, the-
quills, ink and quill.
The Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
That is,
I know, but I think that's like post 1900.
No. The Rosetta Stone? No, that was
That's how you learn a different
that was
language.
long ago. No.
No, dude,
What do you mean no?
Do you know what the Rosetta Stone is?
No.
the real thing?
Yeah,
It's a real thing. I thought it was just a business name.
Yeah, it was
No.
like a inscription on a rock found in like Mesopotamia, or like would have been Mesopotamia, so the Middle East.
Yeah.
It had-
Mesopotamia was my favorite thing in history class, just that area.
Apparently,
In between the two rivers.
Apparently, you slept in on the day that they were talking about the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, that was like a whole 2-day affair in class.
Yeah.
I don't think I care about it though.
It's pretty huge.
I must not have. Why is it so big? The
'Cause it,
rock
like,
is big, or
It
it's like
translated a bunch of different languages into other languages and stuff like that.
how? Who was doing that?
Translators.
I mean, people, really smart people back in the day of like 5,000 years ago, probably. or
Was it
more.
Rosetta?
Could be. Well, now he's rich because
Oh, it's a guy.
maybe.
We're
If
about
you-
to
It's
find out.
definitely not a lizard, so
Why would it be a lizard?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like, hey, I want to learn Spanish in a month. Like, if I'm like, God, I'm going to Spain and I got to learn Spanish so I know how to order from their menus, I would buy Rosetta Stone's whatever Spanish class.
In 1 month? Think you'd be able to
They
take-
I
advertise
think if you
quickness.
did it for a couple hours a day, you could probably get a pretty solid grip on a foreign language within a month.
They advertise speed on it. I
Not
think.
fluent, but enough to
I
like
mean,
read a menu.
yeah,
I don't
not.
think you could ever. I don't think you can ever be fluent in 2 languages.
I think you absolutely
What?
can.
That's
What do you think translators
what an
are?
outrageous statement that was.
Like, I know you can be, but like
Okay, there
one's
you go.
always your secondary. You know.
Yeah, you have a primary language, but that doesn't mean you can't be
The one you
fluent
grew
in the
up-
other one.
Speaking,
Yeah, I think that can be your holy grail language.
yeah.
Yeah, it's your primary language.
hmm But your second language can never get to the 100% of the primary. I don't think you can get to 99.
Well, like let's just say like at 15 or something like that. I don't know. While you were in school, you moved to a different country and you stayed there the rest of your life, and they speak a different language. I bet you over time that new language becomes your primary language.
Yeah, but what is the fluency rate? How much of Spanish do I need to know percentage wise to be fluent in it? 80%, 90%.
I think being able to carry on general conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyday
So
life.
that's not my 100% English. I'm 100% English.
I don't know. I don't even know if you're 100% English, pal.
Some people are 100% English. Okay, let's generalize it. Not me. Especially not when I'm
You're
trying
like-
to pronounce words that have more than 8 letters.
You're like 87 and a half.
Yeah. So it's like even the people that are 90 plus, we got to go 100 actually, but even the people that are 100% English, like they can't get their Spanish to, they could get it to 99, I think.
Maybe.
Why?
Or they could
Why-
do it
why-
100%.
Where's the roof? Why are we not
99
why-
for your
why is it-
secondary.
Why?
You're just saying this. This is what you're
That's
saying.
what. This is you're just making a
Well,
statement.
I'm
here.
not pulling facts out of a book here that I have no sources on this information.
What are your sources?
Sources in my brain, okay?
You're gonna need some sites. On
Yeah.
here.
MLE format.
Yeah.
What are your sources?
MLA. MLE.
Yeah.
MREs. I was just
William
making
Sh-
connections here in my head.
William Schaefer once said it's like Yoda's in the room with us. We thought so too.
Yeah. Thank you.
My fridge is making some weird noises out there.
Well, if it wasn't the very first fridge ever made, I think it would probably not be so loud.
I have to put a picture of the fridge on the podcast.
Yeah,
so
you do.
people understand. But yeah, that's the comments we had. As always, leave some comments. We're gonna start doing our call to action at the beginning too. So if you guys like the show, before we get into our topic, leave a rating, a review. We see there are a lot of listeners, but there's only like 10 to 15 reviews on Apple and Spotify, and we see the analytics. So just if you like it, you don't even have to review it. Just hit 5-star, hit 1 star. Well, don't hit 1 star, but
Hit 5-star.
hit a star.
Yeah, if you hit anything less than 5,
Yeah, and then that just
Grow
helps
up.
us. So when people are looking for new podcasts and they're like, "Oh, I want to find this," it shows that this podcast actually has some ratings.
Right.
So that's kind of the thought process behind it. So leave a rating, leave a review, tell your friend, and go from there. That fridge is ridiculous back there. Hey,
I think it's nuts.
Nathan, go kick it.
I'm gonna kick it.
Almost as loud as
you don't
our
have to
producer.
kick it. It's
I did this for a living.
well, don't break it.
You kicked fridges for a living.
Nathan's got something to say to us about the
Nathan's got
Rosetta
something to say.
Stone.
All right, I got something to say to you guys. The Rosetta.
Wow. Try again.
Anyway,
Do you like to
Hold on,
buy
do
a
you have
vowel?
something to say about the Rosetta Stone?
Do you like to buy a vowel?
Yes, the Rosetta Stone is one of the most important objects in the British Museum. It holds the key to understanding Egyptian hieroglyphics. So basically, what it is, it's like 3 of the same
Sentences in different
sentences,
languages.
letters, whatever it is, or pictures. It's like the picture, and then on the next one, it's in a different language. It's like the word,
Okay.
and then in a different language, it's like another word. So between 3 of the same paragraphs, they were able to decipher like a lot of the stuff.
Do we trust the British museums?
well, the British
I don't
Museum
know.
didn't make it.
It's where it's at, though.
I just feel like, but I
The
want to
Brits
start
made the
off
Rosetta Stone.
by that being very subjective and saying one of the best items in the museum.
Well, you haven't seen what else is in the museum. It's probably
Exactly.
like crackers and like blueprints of their flats and stuff like that.
But at least
Was that Liam or is that Nathan? I was like, I don't know where they came
No,
from.
it wasn't.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's in the British Museum. I'd probably a set of Austin Powers dentures.
I hope. God, those
The
are
Queen.
phenomenal movies.
The queen is definitely in there now.
Yeah, I'd like to take a peek into one of them museums. We're gonna talk about our episode this week. Moving on from the comments, world records. World records is
That's
our topic.
cool.
Is our topic this week.
World records is our topic this week.
So, got a parrot on my left shoulder over here. World records. So, don't have we're kind of just going to go through a lot of them. There's not a bunch of information on, like, we don't have to talk about what they
Like
are
some
and
of
that
the
kind of stuff.
craziest
But yeah,
ones.
I'll give you a quick intro and then we'll just talk about some of the craziest world records. So, a world record, for those of you that don't know, here's the actual definition. Usually the best global and most important performance that is ever recorded and officially verified in a specific skill, sport, or other kind of activity. The book Guinness World Records and other world record organizations collates and publishes notable records of many. So I think that's pretty loose definition. And we're going to get into why that's
Yeah.
loose
Well, I'm
definition.
glad they put other activities in there because there is some weird ass world records out there.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think that after doing this research that they're all made up.
You could just do a world record for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one else has done it.
It's
have the world
Just
record.
make up a new category.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, they're going to see like, oh, he cracked the most eggs with his left toenail.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
how
like,
crazy
I
they
could beat
actually
that.
are. That's how crazy they actually are.
Yeah.
So
Did you know how it was started?
yeah, then I'm gonna read that. Well,
Okay.
actually, no. If you know, tell us what you think.
It was started by Guinness, the beer company, because people would get into arguments about stuff, and they started it for people at the bar to
Yep.
be able
So
to read and settle disputes and stuff like that.
yep, it was the managing director of Guinness Brewery in 1951, Sir Hugh Beaver, which seems like a fake name in and of itself.
Mr. Beaver.
Yeah, Hugh Beaver.
Can I speak to Mr. Beaver?
Yeah, like what? So
He
he
dinner with Mr. Bees, please.
yeah. Could I get on Mr. Beaver's schedule? Found himself in an argument about whether or not the golden plover was Europe's fastest game bird. So pretty much he was arguing with this guy at a pub, which that's what they call it over in wherever.
Maybe the tavern.
Yeah, they just have weird names for words, you know?
Yeah,
So I
like
need to-
they call a cookie a biscuit.
Yeah.
Hate that.
We need a Rosetta Stone to figure out what their
We could
words
have, if
are
we had
for
one in the
this.
middle of this table, I don't know how big they are.
There's just one,
Oh, I don't know how big it is.
I think.
There's no you could pretty much replicate it though, no?
2 meters high.
Probably replicate anything.
2 meters high.
That's
A
said
6
meters?
foot. It's not a stone. It's the Rosetta Boulder. Holy shit!
No, yeah, it's huge.
Honestly, I was just thinking like something like a sheet of paper. Honestly, like
That's a thin rock. That's a skipping rock at that rate.
I'm talking general size, pal.
Oh, so 8.5 by 11.
Sure.
Is that what kind of paper we're
Maybe
talking?
like construction paper where it's like 9 3/4 by 15.
I hate that you know that construction paper is bigger than like.
Do you
printer
really
paper.
think I know that?
You went in with confidence?
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of it.
If you're confident at stuff,
Oh yeah. What were
you
we
can
talking
make
about?
people believe anything.
With the we were talking about stealing something, weren't we?
No,
Us like off camera.
No. Oh, that's no.
that was when
that-
Easton was calling it gathering.
Yeah. No, I think we were talking about. It was me. I think you were there. Me, you, Wyatt. We were talking about because over in where's this lake house?
Sakakawea.
Yeah.
Sakakawea.
Southwest of Garrison.
Garrison, yeah. In the Garrison liquor store, they got that like 7-foot Captain Morgan statue.
Oh, yeah.
And we're pulling a heist on that statue. We just need high vis vests and confidence.
Yeah.
You can about
Hard
steal
hats.
anything.
And more muscles.
Caution tape.
Oh, it can't be heavy. I wouldn't say it's light.
2 of you? Just you
No.
and Wyatt are gonna rip
No,
this thing
no,
off the
no,
ground.
no. I'm gonna say no. It's not.
No,
It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no.
gonna be-
Do you want to come?
Take it?
Yeah. Like,
No.
We can get you in on it.
I'm a good
Well,
citizen.
now we foiled ourselves on the podcast.
Yeah.
We have to
Who's
cut
got
it.
behind
if we
this?
if we decide to do it, we're gonna have to cut all this.
We'll
But,
post this episode after you guys take it
yeah,
to be in the article.
Oh,
and
so
then
we
we're gonna
can
drop the
admit to
podcast.
we'll post it. Yeah, when we're in our 90s.
How big of a coincidence would it be if this gets stolen tomorrow morning? We post the podcast.
They got us
Next
in-
day it's gone. We're like,
Oh, we're fucked.
well, I know suspect A, B, and C. Yeah, high vis vets, they can get you a lot of places. There's this podcast I listen to, and this guy goes into all these fancy restaurants, and he just goes in, and whoever, him and his girlfriend do it, and whoever the person working there, I don't know what they're called, hostess or something like that. Their job title, he would just go up to him and pretend like he's an important person wearing a suit and everything in these fancy restaurants and tell him his manager made a reservation. It obviously never pops up because he never has it. And then he just talks his way into eating there. And I'm like, I think if you go into a place with a lot of confidence, you could do a lot of stuff you're not supposed to.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like Charles Manson, making all those people drink the Kool-Aid.
Making people kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
A little charm, a little confidence.
it's a little bit on the higher scale of going with confidence. Going with confidence, and you can start a cult that will kill a bunch of people.
Shoot your brother.
Yeah.
No, really do it. And he's like, oh,
I don't know if I should do it.
With what?
Kind of hits you with that smile.
it's like, and
I
he
suppose.
gives you a good smack. He's like, come on, buddy.
Do you
I know
think
you got it in you. You should go kill that guy.
Do you think all cult leaders are handsome?
I don't know. I don't know what any cult leaders look like,
Yeah. We'd have to pull up a
except
list.
for like Charles
Pull
Manson.
up a list of cult leaders. And
Yeah,
Should we do
look
an
up-
episode on cults?
Yeah, they're ooh.
yes.
That'd be cool.
Look up ugliest cult leader, and then we could just base the rest of them off that.
I
And
feel
look-
like the leaders
Why
are.
would you base it off the ugliest?
because
No.
if the ugliest cult leader is like pretty attractive, then you're like, wow.
No, but I
guess they
feel
are
like
pretty attractive.
I feel like the cult leaders are attractive. The cult members are fugly.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
They just want to be a
Because I don't think other handsome people fall for cults. I think only ugly people fall for cults.
Is it handsomeness or is it
Charm.
brain power? Is that why you fall?
Well, to be running a cult, I'm sure you have to have some sort of intellect.
Yeah, but I mean, like falling for the cult.
You have to have little to no intellect.
Yeah,
To fall for, yes. That's why. The,
Opposite sides of the spectrum. The leader and the members are way apart.
exactly.
you got dumb uglies and hot smarties. I guess I don't know.
I'd like to see like a demographic on the average cult member.
Yeah,
Like some are, yeah.
like middle class or poor.
Yeah, like what's their average income?
how many kids they got.
Race, demographic, where do they live? Yeah, their interests, their hobbies.
Mm.
Probably like, I don't even know what they would do. They probably don't watch sports rarely, ever.
No, I can't imagine that they would.
I don't.
Book readers, I think, could get tricked into cults.
I haven't read.
And I'm a book
reader.
reader. I'm a book reader myself, but like, I'm probably closer to joining a cult than you two would be. Yeah, I got you. Did you just say I bet you are?
Yeah, I bet you are. Didn't we just say something that there's kind of a correlation between high and low IQ?
No, but I'm saying I'm high enough IQ to get
I'm high enough to join that cult.
Yeah.
just ripped a PCP.
Before I even-
He's ready to go.
before I even ripped the sentence I knew. But I'm
I'll kill that.
high enough intellect to know that I wouldn't join a cult, but I'm in the demographic, on the borderline demographic, that it's like
You could be.
I
Persuaded.
would see their pitch.
I'll hear you out.
Yeah, like if I'm in a boardroom and they come in, they're
Go
like,
ahead.
I'm like, okay, you got 5 minutes.
Sell me.
You better wow me.
Yeah.
And then, they slide me over a pamphlet and they're like, sign here, sir. And I'm like,
By the end of it, Benny's in a cloak and got a mask on and walking out of the room.
I have a torch.
Yeah.
Walking out of the building with a torch. Pitchfork, the guy behind me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll do an episode on cults so we can talk about all of it. So after an initial...
Jeez.
Really hard pronouncing things right now. After an initial research phase, work began on writing the book, which took 13 and a half 90-hour weeks, including weekends and bank holidays. I like that they threw that in there.
Bank
Like
holidays.
they even worked on bank holidays.
Yeah, that's huge.
When do holidays goes on? When do banks go on holiday?
I think like government holidays.
So why specifically bank holidays? They could have done like chiropractor holidays.
Universally observed holidays.
Chiropractors
A little
get
bit
every
longer than bank
holiday.
holidays.
Chiropractors never work.
Well,
I
that's
don't
not
know
true.
many. I know mine works.
I don't know if any of them work on Fridays.
That's true, actually. I don't think my chiropractor is open on Friday.
I don't have a chiropractor. I should probably get one though. My body is something bad.
Make sure they don't crack your neck.
Why do you say that?
Didn't know that?
They cracked mine.
Yeah, no. Well, they crack mine too. But I think there's a study coming out. There's a correlation between people that
This
progressively
new cult.
Yeah.
new
Chiropractor
Been
cult.
reading in about it.
I've been reading about
Gotta
it.
look into it.
It's like I just got picked up a book about it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's step one into the slippery slope into cults.
Anyway, if like cracking your neck progressively over a long amount of time does lead to seizures later in life.
I have a friend, and I
I'm
won't.
scared of
I
having
won't
one of
name the
those,
name.
like, terrified.
Speaking of seizures, I won't name the name of this person, but you guys know them. Just found this out like 2 weeks ago, but he was in a hotel with a couple friends, and he was sitting there, and he turned to his friends and he said, "I'm about to have a seizure." Had never had a seizure in his life before. 2 minutes later, he's laying on the back of the bed having a seizure. He didn't know what it was. He didn't know what it would feel like, and he just like called it like Nostradamus.
That's wild.
Yeah. But no, yeah, he started seizing, and the two people he was with, trying to like wake him up, and I don't know.
I'd have piss in my
They're
boots if
awake.
you just looked at me and were like,
But
"Yep,
then he said it was
it's
just
season time."
Season.
But he just said,
I'm gonna seize.
he just said it's like a body reset because he Googled it right after, and he said it's pretty much your body just like resetting itself. Oh, actually, part of the story
What?
too was he said he was very bloated or something, and he was like, I don't know.
So
if he
he's
was trying
just
to
shitting
he was-
himself the
No,
whole
he was trying to
time.
like burp or get it out, and he couldn't. So he said something when he Googled it, and obviously Google pretty much if you Google anything, it tells you have cancer or whatever.
Of course.
But he Googled it, and it said that's your body resetting because it can't get your shit back in order.
That's
No
nuts.
pun intended. But yeah, I'm like, that's
Did
crazy.
he poop his pants?
Didn't
I
he
don't think
void
he-
his bowels.
I didn't think he shit himself, but
This would have been.
Let's dig into this. Look into
dig
this.
into his shit. Get a comb.
God.
Sift through that.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you go. There's a story about seizures. So this is from Guinness. Record breaking is a serious business, which means we have a strict policies governing what constitutes a Guinness World Record title in order to maintain these high standards. There are more than 40,000 current records in their database, and they try to feature as many as possible online. 40,000
How many records do you think people have that just aren't in that book?
more records.
So much.
Have you seen that video?
Yes, I love that video.
How many records do you want me to break? More records.
I'm already the best.
A lot. But I'm going to get into this, how you actually get it on there. So you have to pay for it if you want to set a world record. And the price is $800 in US for applications for existing records. So if Broden's like, hey, I can hit a ping pong ball against this wall with my forehead 30 times in 15 seconds. If I want to break it, I have to pay $800 to apply and try to break it. If it's a new record, it's $1,000. So if Broden comes up some crazy shit, $1,000. So is it worth it? Is your record worth $800 at a try or $1,000 at a new record? I'm paying the extra $200 and coming up with some weird stuff, so I know I'm in the book.
Yeah. Something stupid.
Yeah, and it'd fit right in with the rest of the Guinness Book of World Record cult members.
Yeah.
So you just, and pretty much all you have to do is you go to the website, you register for an account, and you just apply. And then they email you saying how to move forward. There's like 69 adjunctors. adjunct.
Educators.
Sure. I don't know what that word means, but there's 69 of them. I think that's the people that.
Probably like judges.
Yeah.
People that decide. All right, it's good.
That's what I would think so.
And they go all over
the world. There's 69 over the world.
What's
So,
the salary
are they
of
gonna
a,
be there in
a
person
Guinness
for
Book educator?
They're going to be there for what?
Do they have to be there in person for it?
Yes.
So
I think-
it can't just be recording. Like my buddy just recorded me
Correct.
doing 4 cartwheels at a time.
And guess what? I have no actual proof that that's the right answer, but I'm going to say it is because I, as a video editor, know there's plenty of tricks that you can get by that. So I do think it has to be in person. They have to come with their blue jacket and their clipboard. And then they get
timer clicker.
Yep.
I always got one of those.
And they just say do it.
Yeah. And they publish one book a year with all the new records and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's new records, but they just publish a bunch of them, feature a bunch of them, and it comes out once a year. So here's a list of world records that you can break while you're at home. Number 1, most socks put on 1 foot in 30 seconds.
What's the record?
What do you guys think it is?
27.
30
The rule is that you have to put them on one at a time.
27.
I'm gonna say 41.
28.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's kind of, if you think about it, they're probably not like tube socks by any means.
I'd say they're no shows. You start with some no shows and
And, I'd like to see the videos on all these to see the strategies of these different world records.
I feel like I could rip 29.
That's a
You guys
sock
gotta-
a second.
You guys got it. Yeah.
you got to think.
You guys have 8.
know,
And you can only
once you
touch
get
one sock
20
at a time.
Yeah, once you get 20 socks on, you know how hard it's going to be to
Get another sock on.
open it like this.
But I'm sure you can get bigger sizes. So I'd start with a size 11 foot and I'd get up to a size
Shaq.
18,
A size Shaq.
Yeah.
At sock number 19, Shaq's putting them on your feet. He comes in from the other room and he's like, all right, here we go. No? All right. Tallest toilet paper tower in 30 seconds.
One roll at a time.
One roll at a time. You can only touch one at a time. What do you think it is?
In 30 seconds, toilet paper rolls.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I feel like that's
A
got to
tower.
be less.
Yep.
It's got to be less, right?
Well, I don't know.
That's like.
Could be. It depends on the base.
Are you gonna
Depends
guess?
if it's
'Cause I already know
Charmin
what I'm
or if
gonna
it's-
guess.
Ultra
I
soft?
want to say 57 total rolls.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 23.
28.
Damn.
57's a lot. And I'm starting to
It is.
think when you get to like, I guess I don't know how big a toilet paper roll is, but how tall is 28?
I'd say they're probably like what, that wide? What is that? Maybe
But like
5 inches?
Do you ever need a ladder? Or can you probably always reach it as long as you're a tall guy doing it?
Well, that's kind of where
midgets
I'm
couldn't
getting
break
at
it?
with the base. With like, so you can only touch one at a time, right?
Yeah, and I think it's a straight tower straight up.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that changes my answer completely.
57 is a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to say 28.
Yep, it is 28.
No way.
Yeah,
He got it right on the nuts.
God, I'm good.
We should cut out the first part so people think, God, this guy's really good, actually. He was one off the first time, right on the second time.
Drilled the second one.
Uh,
Fucking Rain Man.
But yeah, no, I mean, I can't even. Yeah, because I would like to know the size of a toilet paper roll. Because if it's got to be, it's no higher than your head, or maybe a little bit higher. But once you start to get past your arm length,
Width of a toilet paper roll, Nathan.
not
28.
width,
Well, I
height.
mean,
unless you're stacking them with, that's gonna be roly
they're like
poly
this.
all over.
I mean, you think about,
Yeah, you're going to stack them on the
you get to
flat side,
cardboard-
right? So the width is going to be your height because you're going to roll it over because you don't grab toilet paper when it's like this. You know what?
I'm stacking them flat.
Yeah, so you want the width.
The width
Width?
is
That's how wide it is.
Yes.
no,
But now you're turning it sideways to stack it. So
No,
the
you're not.
width
It's the
becomes
height.
the height.
no.
4
Inches
4 inches.
4 inches wide or
that's a
4
lot.
inches tall.
from
Hole to hole, from bottom of the hole to the top of the hole.
Let's
Is
take
4
a peek
inches.
here. Toilet paper is like this, right?
Yeah.
So that's
It
the
doesn't
width.
come like that. How do you buy it? When you go to the store, how do you buy
use
it?
It
it?
doesn't come like
How do you
that.
use it?
I don't
Is
care
it
how I
sitting
use
on your-
it.
Is it sitting
I
on
fold,
your holder like this? Is it sitting on your holder like this?
I wrap it around my hand and
Is it
wipe my
sitting-
ass.
You wrap it around your hand?
Sometimes.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Sometimes I ball it up.
No,
With the thumb.
don't.
You gotta fold it, man.
No, I fold most of the time. But
you
no, I
don't. You just feel
no,
weird.
no, no. I wrap it around, pull it off, and that's the folded part. Wiping. How do people wipe is an interesting topic.
This is a crazy and you
Can
guys go first.
can you wipe with the same slice more than once?
No, I never do.
I mean, like one square?
No, I'm
no,
like,
the people that wipe and fold their poop into it and
you
then
got
wipe
4
again.
squares, fold their poop into it.
Oh yeah.
Little poop.
That's you.
Oh yeah.
Tough.
Yep. Exactly. Every time I wipe, I pull 3 squares off.
3.
3, boom, and then I fold it over so it makes it triple layer.
Do you have 16 ply? I'd be so worried about my fingers popping through that.
It's good. It's the good stuff.
What do you? How many squares do you?
I
grab?
told myself
just
I told
whatever
myself
feels
once I'm gonna live on my
pull
own. I'm gonna
and
get the
a
good
count.
stuff.
Pull an account.
It's on the roll. I just yank it a little bit as it's like, and then I snag it out of the middle.
So you just have no idea how
I don't count the
How much
squares.
you
toilet paper do
just
you
grab.
go
Yeah,
through?
that's got to be so much ply
I
going
go
on.
through
Yeah,
more
like
cheese, so I
4
don't have to go through toilet paper.
Hmm?
I go through more cheese.
Or I think 3 to 4 squares in it is an acceptable.
That's
amount.
why I said 3. Because two is
20.
You're not doing 2. You're not doing 2.
20.
3 squares. You fold them on
Half
top
the
of each
fucking
other.
roll.
So you're
We'll
already,
try it after
You're
this.
already working with however many ply this toilet paper is. Now you just tripled it. Wipe,
Yeah.
fold it in half. Now you've
Now you're
Now-
on
now
you're on
you've
a 2-inch slice though.
now
What if it's a messy shit?
you know.
You don't have them? Okay.
Not
My
really.
bad.
No, I got a great fiber diet. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, as a
Folders are-
messy shitter, I'll tell you how you do it.
folders are-
Let's call in our expert on messy shits.
It's like the Pawn Stars.
That is so funny.
Let me call my guy.
He turns around. Oh, yep, that's messy. All right.
Yep. Walks away.
Walks away, turns back around. Nasty shit. And walks out.
Oh, Pawn Stars. Okay, let's hear it. Messy shit, boy.
Maybe if you know you got a mud pie coming out, then you got to grab a couple extra slices.
I put a glove on.
What kind of glove? Leather glove?
Rubber.
glove? Okay.
Like one of the cleaning gloves.
Yep.
Like the maid gloves.
Yep, like the big yellow rubber ones. Like you bleach.
Never blue though.
No, don't own
Okay.
the blue ones.
But then you got to fold, and you really got to be mindful of your phalanges here.
Yeah, I don't ever want to think about am I going to get
Sometimes you
shit
just
on
got to
my-
get in there like this. You know?
Sometimes it's just stuck in there.
Yeah. And
No. Couldn't do it. We're going to do this after the show. We're going to demonstrate. Like,
we're gonna wipe
what are
each
we gonna
other's
do?
asses.
No, but like,
How's that feel?
no, we'll keep our pants on, but like,
Tell me when you feel the sensation of my fingers.
no.
Tell me when I poke through.
We got to, I want to see, like,
God.
I'll show you my process, but like, it's a
Like,
lot.
I want a full-on
Visually?
demonstration.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna actually. I'll wipe my shorts if
in
you
the
want.
living room.
No.
or-
No, in the
Because
bathroom.
obviously you're gonna wipe different.
In the bathtub.
You're
if we
gonna
could.
wipe different with your
You don't
shorts
mind?
on.
Yeah, you're not. No one's
No,
gonna
I'm not.
I need the full real thing.
naked. Right now.
Yeah. So let's cut
Well,
this here and
sometimes-
we'll go.
Well, sometimes you got to take a meaner steamer, and you got to lose your britches and stuff.
Oh,
And you're sitting
man.
there.
Sometimes have you ever been hit with the pain
Oh gosh!
Good
Before you shit.
grief. That's what. Oh man, I call it the pain because there's times
It's trademarked.
it's straight. Yeah, there's sometimes I want to treat myself. I'll get a chocolate milk in the morning, which is a horrible idea.
Are you
for me.
lactose intolerant?
I don't want to say I am because
Self-diagnosed?
I don't want to seem weak.
Yeah. But you are.
But
His weak body.
but a lot of cheese really hurts me.
If you give me a block of cheese
So
and I house it down,
it's not.
I'm in trouble.
There's times where it's like it feels like there's a hand squeezing my fucking large and small intestine,
I've had that before.
and it locks me up, man.
Right below the belly button. Like
in and around that
Yeah.
area, yeah. And it's just I can't do anything. Like I have to stop what I'm doing and just breathe and say
how often does that happen?
I think that's
Not
from
very.
holding your shit in.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna say if that's like
definitely not because
Often.
I don't do that.
you
That's
hold your
nev-
shits in.
Sometimes.
If
If I'm not near a bathroom.
if I'm like 30 minutes away from home and I know I'd rather just poop at home, yeah, then
I will not poop in public. Will not.
really
Unless I'm about to shit my pants.
I have a journeyman that's never. He's been working in the oil field for 10, 12 years.
He's never used a porta.
never used a porta potty. Never. And he's a huge.
Sounds like my kind of guy though.
He's a huge germaphobe kind of guy. I'll fuck with him and like I'll touch the steering wheel and shit. Doesn't like that.
After you get out of the porta shitter.
Just in general.
Oh.
No, after he wipes his ass with his
After-
hand, and then he's
With
just
his
like,
hand,
"Well, watch
yeah.
this." And
Check it out.
then he rubs right under his nose too.
Dude, that's what when I was working last week, I walk out. I was like, I gotta go rip one. He goes, make sure you pick one with toilet paper, otherwise you'll be down a glove.
See, glove wiping is the new
Oh,
fad. I think we should go
take
back
a
to
sock off.
lactose intolerant people because I think that's made up. How I don't like that it just doesn't like dairy products.
It's the enzyme lactase is what it is.
Let's call in our expert.
Is that lactose?
No, I think
Lactase
lactase
is the
or
actual name of the enzyme.
Lactate.
Yeah,
No.
that's an action of
A verb.
That's when the boob.
Yeah, I don't know.
which what.
I feel because my sister,
Yeah, we know what lactase.
my
is.
sister's
Well,
lactose intolerant too,
the
but
enzyme that makes people lactose intolerant.
I just don't
the
get it.
enzyme
You
that
don't
they are
understand?
allergic to.
get it. But it's like I guess it's kind of just like any other thing. Like you'd
Maybe
be
it is
allergic to
lactose.
something.
I don't know.
It's kind of like being allergic to like red dye or whatever.
Red dye
Isn't-
number 2.
Yeah, it's like how's that? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, some
don't.
people are allergic to eggs.
Stupid. I think if you're allergic to anything, like
What about soy?
Allergies
Nuts,
are dumb.
Nut allergies.
yeah,
I feel
Those
for
are-
those
I feel
people
like the
'cause
nut
I
allergies are
fuck
the-
with peanut butter, dude.
yeah, but nut allergies are the ones that kill. I think the other ones are just annoying, like mosquitoes. Well, I guess
I don't
you
know,
can die
not
from mosquitoes
necessarily.
too, but
I think everybody is either like severely allergic or moderately allergic. You know,
I think most people have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
I knew that was coming.
As soon as you said moderate to severe, I saw that.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's enough shit talk. Let's talk about world record number that all started from the tallest toilet paper tower. Let's talk about
And now I'm gonna watch you wipe.
most Smarties eaten in 60 seconds, blindfolded using chopsticks. So this is where it gets
What?
this is where it gets into the
This is
crazy ones.
I'm gonna say like 7. Blindfolded using chopsticks.
Yeah, Smarties, which I just the tiny little circle candies.
Well,
7. You're going with in how much time?
oh, hang on.
In
Let's get
60
some-
seconds.
60 seconds. I'm gonna say this guy blew it out of the water and did like 84, and that's just a guess.
Because I mean, you got to imagine that if you got them fresh out of, did he have to unwrap them himself?
I didn't see the actual take that he beat the record, but I assume he gets to set up his stage
Maybe
where he wants the Smarties,
Mm-hmm.
how he wants to hold his sticks, and then he gets blindfolded.
Okay. Because then you could very well be picking up like 3, 4, 5 at a time.
You can only touch one at a time. That's a rule.
Can only touch one at a time.
Yes. Most of these are you can only touch
I'm
one
just
at a time.
imagining some dude just going. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's probably not a white dude.
Why
It's
not?
got to be someone that uses chopsticks on the regular.
Why not?
I just
Why
told
can't it
you.
be- Why can't it be a white dude?
Well, white dude that maybe eats a lot of like Chinese food.
You don't even have to eat Chinese food to use chopsticks. That's
Yeah.
not a qualification.
But the people that no, it's not. But I'm saying the people that are good with chopsticks have been doing it their whole life.
Yeah, you're fucked now, buddy. Canceled.
Do you think Liam's beaten anyone in a chopstick Smartie blindfold race?
You.
Yes.
And you look Asian.
So I got you beat there. Now the actual action of holding the sticks. But am I wrong? I wish
No,
I had the guy's
obviously,
name.
there's other countries, specifically Asia. I don't think he's wrong to say that.
I'm just fucking.
Yeah, I know, but,
Yeah, you guys make me seem
And
like
that's
the
for you
bad guy.
guys too. I don't think he's wrong to say that. I think he can say that.
Jim Jeffries is like, I have to give a disclaimer because if you read my material,
Some parts of the country or world use chopsticks more, and I
Yeah.
would probably say that's Asia. So maybe, yeah,
yeah. So I'm saying it's probably
You're
an Asian
taking
country.
you're taking the odds bet here.
Yeah, I'm the best chances of pinpointing who this person is.
84. What did you say? Something? Say a number here.
80.
20. I think you guys really
Ballpark.
overshot that. He's blindfolded and using chopsticks for fuck's sake.
But if you got them all lined up, I mean, you can at least. Okay, so
84?
imagine if he has the chopsticks like on the
Randy
table, like,
Moss, man.
straight
He
across.
mossed
and then you
it.
just,
Okay, 60 seconds. So let's say you're getting a Smartie per
60
second.
seconds?
Smartie per second
I'm probably
plus
gonna say
24.
like 25.
It's actually 20. So you're really close there. Cut that part
Is
out
it
again.
20?
Just keep cutting it.
Is it 20?
How does he do it?
Yeah. This guy's a goddamn genius. Did you research this topic before?
I'm looking at your notes right now.
Wow.
Looking at his nose.
All right, next one. Fastest time to arrange the alphabet from a can of alphabet spaghetti. Like,
Alphabet
who
spaghetti?
comes up
Is that
with
what you
these
call it?
world records? How do you submit an application and then you go, here's what I'm going to do, and the guy's like, all right, I'm all ears.
As the book
and that's
people?
what you tell them.
As the book people, how do you say, yeah, let's fly out there to go watch this guy do this?
And
That
how do you
sounds
Fly
nice.
across the country.
How do you search through your database to even see if it's been done before? Would you search keywords?
Mm-hmm.
Rearrange spaghetti alphabet? And say, yeah, nothing
Yeah,
popped up. That's
because
a new one.
then-
$1,000 extra.
Yeah,
$200.
there's going to be somebody that goes fastest time to arrange the alphabet backwards out of spaghetti soup.
Yeah, it's like,
Spaghetti soup.
I think it.
Alphabet soup.
I don't really know what alphabet spaghetti is.
The noodles are in the shape of a letter.
Alphabet soup.
26 letters.
How big are they? Is it like the little can?
It's probably Pinky Nail.
like,
okay,
like a
yeah.
Cheerio size. You know how big a
But I
Cheerio
thought
is?
spaghetti had to be long noodles.
It's made out of spaghetti. It's
Spaghetti
made, well,
noodles.
I guess it's made out of dough, I guess, if you want to get technical.
Yeah, but spaghetti
It's
is
called,
a
that's
long
I think
noodle.
it's alphabet soup.
Yeah, that's why it's alphabet soup. That's why I initially said that's
It's
how you
better
say
with
it,
the little meatballs
because
in
I say
it.
alphabet soup. Yeah, it is.
200 plastic meatballs.
But there is the difference. I mean, there's spaghetti, linguine,
look real.
fettuccine.
Yeah, but spaghetti is not a long noodle, skinny
Yes,
noodle.
it is. That's what defines spaghetti.
Okay. I'm glad we're there. But anyways, how fast do you think it was?
To arrange
Okay,
it,
we got a picture there. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
From A to-
17 seconds.
A to Z. Okay, Liam, what are you saying?
For what? Fastest time to record it?
Fastest time to rearrange the alphabet in the right order.
I want to say 48 seconds.
No, 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Holy shit. Does he speak?
I wanna
Does
know-
he have to dig in there and pick out one individually?
See, I didn't get very far into how this
my
record was set
strategy,
up.
I guess, would just be like dump the shit out and just
And you think he's moving with a finger? You think he's got like a chopstick?
exactly.
That's why I'm asking.
Maybe
Like,
it's a
why not
toothpick.
just dump the whole thing out and then just spread them all out?
If
and
you got to go
A,
in there
B,
and
C.
like just like,
But I'm sure you
cross
try
them
to. You
out.
got to find that infamous V, and you're like, I can't find this letter. You know,
yeah,
it's probably
3 minutes.
Well, imagine
in 21
And that's one of
seconds.
those records I feel like I could just take
You-
a shit on
like right now.
Yeah,
But I wonder if it starts with a closed can. Does he have to can open it?
still.
that doesn't sound like it's a part of the record.
Fastest time to eat a 12-inch pizza using a fork and knife. Have to swallow it as well. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
just jam
eating.
it. You can't just
The
jam it in your
fork and
throat.
knife. I guess. I mean, is it all relative
12-inch pizza.
to where like if you, I mean if you cut
36
a
inches
big
around.
piece and then you're still stuck chewing that big piece. So does it even matter if you cut big pieces to small pieces?
Well, like some people can just
It's whatever your swallow
like
rate is.
hoover a big old like chunk and not even like really have to chew it, you know?
Or do they just pick it up with a fork and just start munching on the outside?
Yeah, and they just cut like one little. Yeah, I don't.
Holy shit.
Fastest time?
Yep, 12-inch pizza.
Yeah. 2 minutes, 18 seconds.
1 minute and 1 second.
23 seconds.
Holy shit!
23?
Is that not fast as fuck?
Did he just take the knife and cut it in half and shove
I
half
don't
a
know.
piece in his
I'm
mouth?
starting to think it's Joey Chestnut.
Gotta be.
Might be. Good grief.
He's good at eating things
I
fast.
used to watch a YouTuber. What was his name?
Oh, the big guy that got big.
Furious Pete.
I don't know.
I think that's what his name was. And
I'm
he
sure it
would
could
just
be, but
like he would eat a whole Qdoba burrito like that size in like 9 seconds.
Jesus. Gone. You just be swallowing at that rate. Most push-ups with claps in 60 seconds?
Do you know who the record's by?
No.
36.
Most push-ups with claps.
And then we got a lot of records to go through, so we don't have to decipher all of them. So we can just start throwing some numbers out.
Let's say in 60 seconds.
Yep.
I'm going to say 118.
90. So you're close.
Thank you.
Most t-shirts put on in 60 seconds. This one's actually surprising. The rules are you can use any size short or long sleeve, and you get one friend to help you pull them down.
It's surprising, you said? In 60 seconds?
Yeah, in a minute.
82.
90.
260 T-shirts.
That's ridiculous.
I don't even know how you do that.
I wouldn't want to do it because how do you get 290 shirts off of you?
What size are you get? What's the 260th shirt? A quad XL?
Probably
More
a
than
blanket.
that. Yeah, a tarp.
It's actually just a
Poncho.
bunch of sheets with head holes in it,
Yeah.
and he's just jumping, throwing
So they get one friend to help them put them on?
to pull it down. Yeah,
To pull it
pull
down.
the shirts down.
But not actually.
So I assume he's standing behind you, and you rip it over your head.
Pull it down here.
He-
He's got the back.
You just stick your head and arms through it. He just grabs by the neck. He just grabs by the neck and rips it down. Would be my guess. And then it's just like those old school things they had on the railroads that you'd move and you'd have to crank on one side, the other guy would crank on the other
looking
side.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the guy in the back's doing that. He's pulling down, just keeps doing it.
Just a good puller.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I think there's a video of that one though. We're going to talk about the most famous world record holder, Ashrita Furman, a Guinness World Record breaker. That's his definition on the internet.
He's got the most records broken.
Yep.
That's the record.
As of 2017, he has set more than 600 world records and currently holds 530 records. He has been breaking records since 1979. His first record ever recorded was 27,000 jumping jacks. I don't know in what kind of time frame that was. Couldn't find it.
Get a job.
Yeah.
How do you do that many?
This guy must not have had a job because the shit he came up with.
Did he come up with it or was he just breaking the records?
He set more than 600, currently holds. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was just going through the book and every day he's like, this is the one I'm beating today.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
He could have. I'm sure he set some himself.
Too much time on your hands. Start a garden or
Yeah.
something, man.
I just thought about that.
Most
on the drive
gardens
over
ever
here.
started.
I've seen a lot of people with Halloween directions out already. Stop.
Halloween directions,
Decorations.
decorations.
That's
what
what
I
I
said.
said.
Like directions to where?
Halloween Town.
To October 31st.
So some of his most well-known records that he has is he underwater juggling for 48 minutes.
Underwater juggling.
I feel like that'd be so easy.
That's simple.
In one breath, was there oxygen supplied to him?
Oh, yeah.
It could not have been one breath. 48-minute
Dude,
breath.
some people free dive for a long time.
Not that long.
Not 48 minutes.
I don't know. I'm sure what's the
Google
longest,
the longest free dive.
or
48 minutes.
longest
Are we
time
kidding?
spent underwater with no oxygen. I bet you it's something crazy.
Forever. People die. They still don't have oxygen.
Yeah, they're like,
They're still
well, those
spending-
people on the Titanic are still holding their breath.
Record's still going.
Hope someone comes.
They're like, God, are we ever gonna get the Guinness people here? We're at like 100 years. We're gonna bust this record.
I cannot wait till this is like pretty close to 48 minutes.
I
hope
just
it is.
don't think it's gonna be. You just muted
The
me.
suspense is killing me right now.
There we go. Go ahead.
24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Half.
Okay.
That's yeah, and audio's gone, Nathan.
No, we can hear you. Your mic is or your headphones are up.
Yep.
Oh.
I got nothing. Oh, good.
Yep.
We're having some technical difficulties with these headphones lately.
Hey, stop unplugging the cords. That's probably what's doing it.
Maybe get your pet mouse away from
We don't unplug them, I don't think. Do we? I don't know. Anyways, his other most well-known one was sack racing a yak in Mongolia for 1 mile.
He beat the yak,
Eat the yak.
Like, who's coming up with this? I'm gonna sack race this yak.
but it has to be in Mongolia.
Yeah.
That's where he did it.
Oh,
But I don't know. If you
I'm-
want to beat the true record, then yeah, you have to be in Mongolian territory.
but like, what is the yak's probably just sitting here doing this and like,
In
I
a
don't
sack?
even want to go a mile. That's what
Yeah.
the yak's saying.
Was a yak in a
There's
sack too?
food there. Like I don't have to
No way.
go all the way.
Maybe there wasn't food there.
But so a sack, if I'm not mistaken, he's has both legs in a bag
Sack
No.
race. Yeah.
and he's just jumping.
What do they call those? Those
Sack race?
like
Tin
burlap.
bags?
Burlap.
Burlap
Yeah,
bags.
like a burlap, like you'd make a mask out of if you're making a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like, what's a yak?
The yak. It's almost like
It's
a
like
cow.
a
It's
it's like a bull and
so
a cow.
think of a cow. Now
thinking of it.
give it horns.
Okay.
and now make the hair really long.
Okay.
I think they're a little bit
And now-
smaller than your average cow too.
And now put them in Mongolia because I don't think we have yaks in
I
America.
think we have
I might
yaks.
I might have dicked that one. Let me look this up.
That's not your job.
Yeah, we got a research guy for that.
Yeah, but his picture's all the way over here.
He also has a giant pencil, 76 feet
Holy
and
shit.
22,000 pounds.
I'm a genius. I actually drilled that description.
That's actually incredibly close. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Are they the emo cows?
Yeah.
They look emo. They got hair all over their face.
Picture's not loading now, but
Nice.
It's okay. I got a
I
pretty
clicked
good
on one of
image
them.
in my mind.
So this pencil, back to the giant pencil that he made, 76 feet, 22,000 pounds, and 4,000 pounds of graphite.
How do you get all this graphite?
Yeah, how did he even do that?
It actually said, I didn't write
Do
it
you
down.
get
It was a
paid?
certain
Like,
city.
do you make money for having world records?
Mm-mm.
Then how
So
did,
he's
what,
just
what does-
doing this
what does
just
he
to
do?
do it.
Does he sell drugs? How
To
does
do,
he get all
gets
this money?
kicked out of friend groups, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was thinking of like an orange one, but yeah,
Orange one.
like a tabby yak, a tabby yak.
But yeah, it's like, I think he just gets made fun of.
Like right now, like what we're doing.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's like has a fun life and he's like, I need to fill it with something. So I'm just going to do
I
all these
need
dumb records.
recognition for some of the
Yeah.
dumbest shit people
It's like
have ever thought of.
he couldn't do the normal fame route. So he's like, I'm just going to go above and beyond, which in his defense, like that's very honorable that he has put this much effort into it. But
We don't
he's
even
like,
make
I just
money
got to
off
do
of it.
Yeah, but he's known in the world as the most famous world record holder ever.
I had no
First I've
idea
heard of him.
who the hell
Yeah.
this guy was until 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but if people ever search that specific question,
If they ever
he pops
do.
up.
Yeah.
He probably started once he realized his name was Asherita. Because
Just
Tough.
think, like his ancestors are like, we survived a lot of shit for you to be dumb.
for you to be making 75-foot long pencils.
Yeah.
Racing a yak in a burlap sack.
In
What do you do?
Mongolia.
This is
Like-
what we did.
He meets someone at a pub, because I assume he's not anywhere where they call it a bar. And he meets someone in a pub and says, so what do you do for a living? Like the person asks him, what do
He
you do?
goes, I don't make a living actually because I break records.
I don't have
He's
any
like, well,
money.
Yeah.
depends on the day.
Can you pay for this drink?
He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean depends on the day? He's like, yesterday I raced a yak in a burlap sack. Oh, really? Like
Guy just gets
100
up
yards?
and leaves.
1 mile, actually.
Wow.
My legs were fucked. But yeah, old Asherita. Sounds like a guy. Here are some of the hardest to beat sports world records. So probably records that'll never be
Sports.
beaten. Yep. So this will be good for you, Liam, since you're really good at sports. I got to figure out the gnat problem down here.
They
You
make
gotta
fly
get one of those
traps.
things.
It's driving me absolutely
Little
insane.
fake plastic apple.
Okay, cool. Hardest to beat sports records. The Bucks losing streak, 26 games.
Which
Football.
Bucks? Oh, okay.
Tampa Bay Bucks. It's kind of ridiculous. That's a full season plus 10 games. Walter Johnson threw 110 career shutouts.
That's yeah. His records won't ever be broken.
That's crazy.
The next closest are Roger Clemens at 46, Randy Johnson 37, Greg Maddux at 35. So he doubled all of them, plus some. Lance Armstrong wins 7 consecutive Tour de France. I didn't know they were consecutive.
Yeah. How long is that race?
Did those get stripped or no?
Yeah, because he's
I thought his Olympic medals got stripped.
I don't know what got stripped, but he's still a dog.
Still did it.
Yeah. And didn't he have cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't really make
Ball
fun of him
sack
that
cancer.
much,
Well, now we can because it's testicular.
yeah. You're allowed to make fun of people with testicular cancer?
Regular
Yeah,
cancer.
usually cancer's off the
That's
charts.
a bad look. Yeah, but if you lose
That's a
one of
bad look.
you lose one of your nuts.
Don't tell people that.
Nothing against Lance. I'm sure he's a great guy, but
Yeah.
only got one ball.
Yeah. He also he was also in an airport with Peter LaFleur one
Yeah.
time.
Who's that?
Peter LaFleur, it's from Dodgeball.
Oh.
Secretariat's
Oh, yeah.
31 length victory at the Belmont Stakes. Stinks.
Stanks.
At the Belmont Stakes. So I assume 31 length victories at 31 horses
Gotta be.
in the human centipede formation. That's how much you won by.
But it's
Maybe.
horse formation.
Yeah.
Horse centipede.
Yeah. I guess I didn't even think about that.
30. So how long is a horse?
That's what I was wondering because they got a very
8 to 12 inches.
big, like a couple feet.
Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that?
They're pretty big. It depends which horse though. Like the Clydesdales were at the fair this year.
You don't race Clydesdales.
8.
I don't. They're
8
way
feet?
faster.
It's
Than me.
8 long.
8 what, Nathan?
8 yards.
8 boots.
8 feet.
8 feet long.
That's not even that big. That's only like a foot and some past me.
Well, 31 times 8 is like 238. No, sorry. I don't know.
Oh, math guy. He's gonna get
somewhere
stripped
around
of his stripped of his title.
It's 248.
248. So he won by a lot. Joe DiMaggio, 56 game hit streak.
Nice.
Andre Ethier got close ish.
Not really.
He was at like 30 something.
Yeah. What's his face? Dan Ugla was close. Didn't he get to 20 something?
He got to 27, I want to say.
Yeah. Dan Ugla, biggest forearms in the country.
Guy could curl, like forearm curl, a full grown.
Just manhole covers. Okay.
Probably what he did.
Yeah.
Farmers carries, manhole covers.
Cal Ripken Jr. Ironman streak. This one's ridiculous. Do you know what it is?
Wow, what is it? 3,000 some games? No.
2,300.
Oh.
2,362.
I was going to say.
Which is, I don't know, divide 2,362, Nathan, by 162 games. But I suppose he played playoff games too.
I
2,362
don't think playoff games counted.
divided by 162. They had to have.
14 and a half.
14 and a half years straight. He didn't miss a game.
Yeah.
And you know the story behind that, right? About how he almost missed one?
I told you this.
Yeah, didn't we talk about it?
Okay, tell me again because I
Swear
don't
we
really
talked
know the
about
story
it.
super well, so I'm glad that you know it.
So, and this is all speculation.
Hearsay.
And yeah, it's,
A lot of hearsay.
So it's true.
it probably is true.
We
And
like to think it's
I could be getting this a little bit wrong. Don't take my word for this. But
I believe everything I hear on the internet.
well, if I say it, you should.
Yeah.
But he was good friends with Kevin Costner.
Mhm.
Kevin Costner's like a big baseball guy. He's been in a lot of baseball movies, like Bull Durham. What's the other one? So famous one. Is it Field of Dreams?
I don't know.
But anyways,
Was he in the one that's not Trouble? Love of the Game? Trouble
Yep.
with the Curve?
no, For the Love of the Game.
Great.
Sure, that was him.
One
Was
of my
that
favorite
him?
baseball movies.
Was that him? Was that
Yeah.
him?
For the love of the game. Yep.
Okay.
But he and Cal Ripken were really good buddies. And before a game one day, Cal Ripken went back to his place, his own house, and
Forgot something, right?
forgot something, found Kevin Costner in bed with his wife. And they got into a little bit of a physical altercation.
That's kerfuffle.
And he was so pissed off he wasn't going to the game. He called the general manager of the team and said he wasn't showing up in the middle of his streak. So 30 minutes before the game started, or like an hour before the game started, the lights malfunctioned and didn't turn on.
Yep.
They couldn't get him back on, so they had to postpone the game.
They're like, it's darn. Whoever flipped that light switch, God,
Hero. It's
Yeah.
his record now.
honestly. I wonder what,
Wow.
do you know what game that was at? Like which number he
Probably
was
a
at?
home game.
I would hope so. It's an away game. Drove
we gotta-
all the
we
way
gotta
back
cut
4
these
states
lights.
over. Yeah, but I wonder in his 23-62 games.
Yeah, I think he was well into his streak.
so he already had the record.
Yeah. Or close to or something. But yeah.
Yeah, that's actually insane. No, I don't know if that'll ever be beaten. The next closest person was like something Vasquez, a pitcher, Javier Vasquez. I don't know. That's a pitcher either.
He is for the Astros.
Which is like, no, it's not. him.
No, Christian Javier is a pitcher.
Yeah, there's someone else.
Anyways,
but it was
what's
like
the next closest?
11 or 1200. That was the most. That was a current active streak, I think maybe. But yeah, it'll never be broken. 15 years? Are we kidding? Especially with nowadays how they just let people rest all the time and there's all these injuries. Gretzky's single season points record
216? Is that what it is?
215 actually.
215?
Yeah, which is insane. If you get over 100 points, you're like an all-star.
Now.
Yeah.
And he was ripping two
You
times.
don't even have to hit 100 points to be an all-star. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just get 215 in 82 games. Almost 3 points a game. Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game.
That's actually nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Wilt
That's
Chamberlain.
which I heard it's not. I don't even know if it's true or not.
It is true.
Oh, yeah.
Because the game was never, there's no footage of it ever. There's no, I can't remember. I saw something on it.
Well, I mean, you could take that a step further and be like, nothing before the camera invented is true.
It's not.
Okay. Rosetta Stone,
A
fake.
lot of air in the noise. Yeah, it
Fake.
is. No, it's real now because it's a business.
Right.
Actually, it's
That's
real
how that
because it's in the
works.
Brit Museum. If I can see it, I can't go see Wilt Chamberlain win. You know?
Okay, can
Or
you
score 100.
see the Pilgrims coming over on the Mayflower?
No, that's why it's up in the air on whether it happened or not.
You are.
You say some things.
I do say some things. The top 10 most difficult world records to beat. These are very stupid, but you know it's true
Smelliest
because
fart.
it's hard.
I'm gonna butt in on that right now because my dad texted me and he goes, "What are you guys talking about this week?" I said, "World records," and then his fiance sent me a screenshot that says, "Most number of candles extinguished." Feeling like
It's a
All
hard
right.
one.
Whoa. Come on,
Extinguished.
don't throw me under the bus like that. It's all right.
Extinguished by farting. Most number of candles.
Can we guess?
Yeah. I'm going to say in how long? In 84 years.
All of them.
Go
All
ahead.
candles. How long? Does
How
it
long
say
what?
how long does he have? In 60 seconds or
To
what?
extinguish-
You got candles lined
A
up.
single fart
And you
with
fart.
one candle?
Oh, one fart.
One fart.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like one in the chamber.
Yeah. You better push.
Oof.
One gas cannon for a bunch of candles. 12? 12
No,
candles?
let me give it a rip. I'm going to say, I'm picturing myself farting really hard and how many candles I could get out.
Dude, I feel like I'm a 10 candle guy, you know?
I'm going to go shorter. I'm going to go like 9.
5.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be shorter.
I could easily
12 is
rip
a
that
lot.
record apart too.
I was going
think?
to actually say 6 until he said 12 and I was like, "Oh god, maybe it is a lot."
It's kind of.
So that's when I got into the mental
I feel like
game
I could
up
go
a little bit.
upstairs right now and extinguish.
Well, they got to be like those little like teacup candles, like just the.
Yeah.
Well, and how
It's the
far are the
small
candles apart? Are they 3 inches apart? Are
I'd say
they
you
right
just-
next
you
to each
touch them
other?
up to
Bottom
each other. Yeah.
yeah.
Line
Oh,
them up.
really?
I'd say probably.
Yeah.
And
That
I
would have
think-
been heavy then, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I could go do 9 right now.
I was more thinking like a 19 or like an 1830s, like you have a candlestick in this little glass tray walking around to see where you're walking in your living room. That kind of candle.
No.
Well, it can't be surrounded by the glass.
It's not. It's sitting on a glass
Oh.
tray, like a saucer.
I don't think those were glass either. They're probably tin.
You don't know that. Some could have been glass.
Maybe.
Why wouldn't they be glass?
Well,
They
there's
get too
no
hot.
Because
there's
they're
no
probably dropped.
videos of them, so they might not even be real.
No, not because they get too hot.
Tin would get hot too. That's yeah.
Anyway,
Most cockroaches eaten in a minute.
Don't even want to.
that one was on here too. That she
Really?
sent me. Yeah, she screenshotted like 3 or 4 and sent them to me. That one was on there.
I don't give a shit. That's how many.
36.
I hate bugs.
In 60 seconds, 36. Disgusting.
Bugs.
2001 actually. He did it live on a TV show called
You can't eat cheese, okay?
The shit I can't. I eat the fuck out of cheese,
And you know what?
but I just fucking sit on the
cripples
toilet
ya.
for the next hour.
Yeah.
Cripples, yeah.
And that's
cheese eats
fine.
you from the inside.
Cockroaches, though,
damage.
bugs like that.
Yeah. Did it live on a TV show called The Big Breakfast.
The worst
It
breakfast.
was like a
about-
horrible breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah. 36 cockroaches isn't the biggest
Were
breakfast.
they alive too? Because I could just imagine putting it in my mouth and feeling their legs on my tongue and then just.
I wouldn't allow them to crawl though. I'd like throw them out, like just munch really hard. Like I'd try to
One
kill
more
it so I'd try to kill it so quick. I
One more
can't.
time.
It's locked up forever now. I can't do
No,
it.
no,
But
it's
like,
not.
no, yeah, I'd just like once it's in, I just start munching. I'd try to kill it so fast.
Yeah. Well, there is. I mean, that's what they do over in some foreign countries.
They eat like bug
They
candy.
eat bugs. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is-
Cockroaches.
that would
Like
suck.
Fear Factor.
Scorpions.
I had a tough time stomaching
Oh,
that
I
show
never watched that
sometimes.
show ever. I hate that show.
Dude, I watched one where they made him drink donkey ejaculate.
Ugh.
Ejaculate. You had to
Made
keep it
'em.
PG or what?
That's
Okay, donkey
disgusting.
jizz.
That is
There
literally
you go.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's.
Most lawsuits filed.
Hmm.
Jonathan Lee Richards has filed more than 2,600 lawsuits in his life.
Holy shit.
Why
Why does he want the
has-
record for that?
He's got it out.
Yeah, he doesn't want the record for that. He wants money, and it just happens to be a record.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to make money breaking
So
records. We already
he's-
established that.
He's sued everyone from Martha Stewart to George W. Bush. He's also sued inanimate objects like the Eiffel Tower. I don't know how you get
How
money
does the
out of
Eiffel Tower
but-
defend itself?
Well,
It just falls over.
isn't there Clarence versus Gideon? You have to have they'll appoint you a lawyer if you can't afford one, so you don't have to defend yourself.
Who is gonna be like, I like the Eiffel Tower?
They have to
I'm
move
gonna
the Eiffel Tower
defend
into the courthouse.
Under whose constitution?
Under whose constitution?
The Eiffel Tower isn't in America.
Yeah, you'd have to go wherever the Eiffel Tower is from. Not from, but where it's currently living.
Paris. I think it's from and still resides in Paris.
Born and raised. Born and built.
Hometown kid.
He tried to sue the Guinness Book of World Records to have his name taken out of their book. They said he was never in consideration of being included in the book. So he's pretty much emailed, he's like, take me out. They're like, you're not in. So I think he just thinks very highly of himself.
Good for him.
Most metal eaten.
That doesn't sound healthy at all.
Most metal eaten. Is
Yep.
this in the book of records too? Some guy wanted to do this.
I don't know. He had a condition. Michael Otito was known for eating things like televisions, bicycles, and
pounds?
even a full airplane.
A full airplane. What?
You say airplane, I'm thinking like Boeing 757
yeah, that's what I was going to say,
or
but
whatever.
it could very well just be like a little
Cessna.
Cessna, yeah.
Even then, who's eating a Cessna?
Who's eating a TV?
Okay.
Michael Otito.
Yeah.
And bicycles.
That guy's not actively trying to live to his 70s.
Well, he died at 57, so. that
Oh,
makes
he's
sense.
already
I'll do
dead.
it.
Imagine that. Don't eat TVs.
He had reportedly eaten 9 tons of metal by 1997.
9 times.
He had a condition of him
18,000 pounds.
craving non-foods. Heaviest weight lifted by the human tongue. This one kind of grossed me out.
By the human tongue.
So he pretty much had a hook, and he'd hook it to the middle of his tongue, and then weights connected to it, and then he'd lift up the weights.
100 pounds.
100 pounds,
I'm going to go with 35.
29 pounds using just his tongue. He broke his record of like 23 pounds, I think. That
I guess if
that
that's
would hurt
what
my
you
tongue.
wanna
It's
do.
like hurting my
Just
tongue
sticking
thinking about it.
stuff in your tongue.
You think he's practicing
Speaking of
You have
hooks,
to.
tongue strength
hooks in mouths, and my dad sent me a link.
to hooks and mouths?
No, to
It's a subreddit.
said you got any world records for me? And he goes, I think some guy just caught like over 3,000 fish in 24 hours.
3,000 fish?
3,000 fish.
Fish on. Fish on.
Was he a fish?
No, he was a guy.
Yeah, I think he was probably fishing, and just bang, you're just pulling them out of a barrel. I mean, 3,000 fish in 24 hours.
I don't believe that record.
That's crazy. It's not on there.
No. 3,000 fish.
24 hours.
Do 3,000 divided by 24. Tell me how fish.
Yeah, but he
how many?
may be using a net.
Okay. I still want to know how many that is.
Well,
125 fish an hour.
125 fish an hour.
2 fish a minute. A fish every 30 seconds.
You
It's
got
doable.
You
It's
got to
every
be
cast.
doing something crazy.
Was he
Yeah, is it rod and reel? Is it a big old net?
rod and reel? He's going through all the different ways to fish.
Spear fishing?
Was he catfishing?
We don't know.
Bare hand fishing? Was he digging in holes?
Noodling?
Oh,
They
that's
call it.
crazy. Yeah, noodling. Noodling's.
They get some whoppers on their mitts.
They do.
All right, so we got some of the stupidest world records ever.
I think we just talked about all of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
What do you mean?
No,
Covered
these
the
ones are
majority.
dumber. These ones are like,
These are dumber than racing a yak for a mile in a bag.
yeah. Well, no, that should be on this thing too. But these are records. It's like, why are people even coming up with these records? First one, cycling backwards with a violin. So I could do cycling backwards with,
A cello.
yeah, and that'd be a different record,
Good. Yeah,
I suppose.
why not?
60 kilometers in 5 hours and 9 minutes while sitting on the handlebars and facing the seat, which had been converted into a music stand. How's he pedaling? Feet. I guess, yeah. You're probably right.
That makes sense.
Playing the violin with his hands.
This is
So.
this is dumb.
Why would you do this?
Most snails on face. He's an 11-year-old.
Actually,
Yeah, they were alive too, the snails.
yeah, that makes sense.
43.
Gross. Kids got
You
something.
got to have a
wrong with
big
them.
like a big noggin, like a big head.
Go play a sport.
Just a huge head.
Do
I
something.
wonder if they could stack on top of each other. Most eggs crushed with the head.
In
Consecutively.
a minute.
In 1 minute, yep.
Um,
I'm gonna say
41.
fuck no. Are you shitting me? 41 in a minute. Eggs.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say like 82. Go double it.
I'm gonna say if you could probably do, you could crack an egg with your like. Is he just hitting his head against the table and just crushing him?
I think it's a hard rock, a heavy metal fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd say you could probably do one every 5 seconds. 5 seconds in a minute. 60 divided by 5 is probably 20.
I think you're really lowballing this. Imagine
I
just
think-
sitting here up against the table, just
I know that's what I'm getting at.
I don't-
So I'm trying to get my factors here.
one
My
every
ratios.
5 seconds.
I just think you need to do.
I'd say in
I think
general.
you need to do 60 divided by 5 again for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen, not math.
Listen.
guy. Not the math guy.
Okay, it's 12.
12.
Yeah.
So you're saying 12 a minute? There's 60 minutes an hour. 60 times 12.
you're
Let's
coming
go
up
with.
I don't know what this is when you get the right answer, but you're trying to show your work and it's the work is way off.
You just don't fucking do the work. I'm gonna go with 348.
348. No, it's 80. You're too
Damn it.
off. And it's and it's from our boy Ashrita Furman. He's got the record. That's another one of his weird ones.
biggest idiot in the world.
Yeah,
Ashrita Furman, world record.
Ashrita Furman. I'm gonna get a poster of him.
Most
Most
people
people
60 seconds.
Yes.
1 minute, yeah, 80 of them. So he had to just been
I was doing like an hour.
hammering him against his head.
Could you imagine cracking eggs with your head for an hour?
Why did I do
His head
A
is
whole
hard,
hour.
because he hates his head.
And it's hard to do.
Most people brushing their teeth simultaneously.
I'm gonna
Why?
say like something ridiculous, like 18,000.
I'm gonna go 18,004.
It's 10,800. There were students in the Philippines, and they all brushed their teeth for about 3 minutes at the same time.
3 minutes.
Like, what a weird record. Just like, hey, all of us students are just going to brush our teeth at 12 o'clock. We'll stand in this courtyard. Is that a world record? But if you think about it, 10,800, and they got to split 1,000 each. So they're each paying like, what, 10 cents
Yeah.
to hold the record, to get their name in the book. Largest collection of sick bags
I don't know what that is.
on the plane. Sick bags.
He just takes one every time he leaves the plane.
He's been collecting them for 40 years.
Oh my, he's got like
I'd say he's probably gotta have.
120,000.
It's a lot of flights.
Yep.
Yeah, holy shit. I'm gonna
Well,
say
he's trying to break the record.
40 years.
Full or empty?
Yeah, yucky.
They are empty. They had not been used.
I'm gonna go and say 814.
6,016. The bags are from 1,142 airlines in 160 countries. None of them have been
So
used.
stupid.
3 left. Longest ear hair.
Gross.
I'm gonna say
his longest
26
fingernails
inches.
on there too.
26 inches.
But I've seen the picture of that in the Guinness Book of World Records when I was younger. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. 20 what?
26 inches.
28.
It is
No, 14.
13.2 centimeters.
Good change. Wait, centimeters?
Centimeters. I don't know what inches.
That's
that.
all. I think there's like
I think
2.54
that's like 9
centimeters to
inches.
an inch.
So it's probably like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a long ear hair though. Imagine walking by that guy in a grocery store.
I'd
Oh, I'd-
throw up
Double take hard.
I'd pull it.
5
5
inches.
inches.
Good
I'd
guess.
try to rip it out of his
Pretty
head.
big.
Probably drag him around the grocery store with it.
On a leash.
Grabbing him by the head. Get it off.
If I was in a fight with that guy, that's the first thing I'm doing. Is
He's probably
grabbing
got-
him by the ear hair.
But he's probably got like a glass like bubble around it.
Why?
Well, you got to protect it. It's a
Why?
world record.
Probably not.
Well, he already got it. He could just get rid of it now because that's really gross.
But what if he was trying to grow it out to beat the 4-inch record previously?
I think
How do
it's
you
more of
gr-
a lifestyle at that point. You're not trying to beat the record.
Look at me. I look like a goofball.
Do you think he styles it or do you think he just lets it sit and hang out of his ear?
Yes.
Could be. He could put a little twist of wax in there or something.
He's dyeing it. He's got frosted tip ear hole hair.
Could be big.
He clothespins it to his other hair up here just so it stays put.
It's gelled like straight up.
Straight out.
Little horns.
Yeah, he's like, don't go around that guy when he's turning left, man. You get
It's like
stabbed.
the spikes on Bowser's car in Mario Kart on his wheel.
Yeah.
That's what.
That would be actually crazy, a 5-inch ear hair. Now I'm picturing it. I'm thinking like a 45-inch ear hair. It's like this long. It's really only that long.
Can kill you with it.
Largest Smurf meeting ever.
None. They're not real.
2,510 students from Swansea University in the UK got together, dressed up as Smurfs, and stood around in a square.
Seems like a UK thing to do.
Seems like a cult thing to do.
Yeah, real cult.
UK thing to do. Yeah. I bet none of them had good looking teeth.
Oh,
Now you're pigeonholing a people.
That's true. I
having
take that
beans
back.
on toast for dinner
You can say that because that's
actually a thing. Yeah,
It's accurate.
fucking freaks.
The most married person. We're gonna wrap up the show with the most married person.
most times been divorced and married.
Yep.
Who was it? You have a name?
My uncle.
Linda Lou Taylor. My uncle Gary, actually. He's
No,
a
yeah.
bad guy. He's
My-
a really bad guy, and he just keeps getting divorced.
My uncle, I think, was married like 7 times.
Well,
This
he
seems like
does
a
not
lot.
have the record. So it's 7. It's
It's
over
probably
7.
like 40.
50.
23.
Dang.
40's a lot.
I don't know.
At some point, he's probably like
23.
he's probably like
Because if you're getting
just get married for the hell. Or does this guy think
it's a girl.
he's in? Does she think she's in love 23 times?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you get to 40, eventually it's like, I just got to get this record number up there.
exactly.
23 is like, maybe you can fall in love 23 times.
No.
I doubt it though.
How old
You get
is she?
to, it doesn't say. 23.
Gotta be.
She's 23.
Wow. 23.
She's not actually.
Oh,
23 times though. She's, I'm sure, over 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
episode 11, not episode 11. That's episode 10 of 3 Dudes. Thank you guys for tuning in. World records.
you're gonna hear some of the dumbest shit,
you guys
or you did hear.
got any world records you want to break that you'd strive for? Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, tell us your number 1 world record of what you want to break or what you think you could
Or
break.
if you have a world record.
No, probably not. But you
Maybe,
never
I
know.
don't know.
You never know. Maybe
I
Ashrita's
hope he
listening.
does. Yeah, I hope
Ashrita's listening to this.
because I just drug him through the mud for an hour.
He's so pissed. He's like, these cocksuckers. I have 600 records broken, man. But yeah, that's episode 10 of 3 Dudes. Thank you guys very much. 2.5 months we've been doing this, boys. Look at that.
Hard to believe. Time flies.
Yeah, I think 5 episodes. Maybe we start bringing some guests on. What do you guys
Maybe.
think?
We've got a lot of people asking. I mean,
Yeah.
I get bombarded of
Yeah.
people
Every
asking
night.
me to get
Every night
get
I
on the
go
pod.
somewhere.
Because
Yeah. Almost as
eventually.
many times as. Were you there last night? Yeah. Someone again
Yep.
walks up to me at the bar. You know who Theo Vaughn is? I said, "You son of a bitch."
They said that to you last night.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have long hair anymore, man.
You kind of look like Theo Vaughn. I know.
But yeah. So yeah, we'll maybe bring some guests on soon. Start getting some new voices, some new faces in here. Throw some topics around the yard. But thank you guys for listening. Leave a comment, rating, review, as we said in the beginning of the episode. Share it with a friend, the friend you trust the most. But that's episode 10 for 3 Dudes. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.